Shalom, shalom wa ahava, mishpachah, shalom wa ahava, peace and love, family, peace and love. It's your Agmaraya ben Yaounde, Neria ben Yahuda ben Yasharel. Whatever your dialect may be, man, I say shalom to you all, to the whole house of Yasharel, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, to wherever we've been driven to the lands of our captivity. I pray the Most High Yah, Bahashem Yahusha, who the world knows as Christ, finds you all in peace, love, and safety in this time of judgment, chaos, corruption, and deliverance for the people of the Most High Yah. Hallelujah. Mishpachah, every day that I wake up, it seems more and more clear to me that we are living in what I consider to be clown world. The world has become a circus. And half of what you're seeing on your television, man, I say even more than half of what you're seeing on your television is all staged events, Mishpachah. It's all smoke and mirrors, witchcraft, you understand? And none of it can be trusted. You understand? It's all fake news for the most part. As Shakespeare said, the world is a stage and we're nothing but the actors. That's becoming more and more clear to me every day, Mishpachah. But what I want to touch on today is two things that heavily affect my community for the most part. You know, the Israelites over here in this Western hemisphere, the Bantus that were brought over here on them slave ships, you understand, the so-called Negro, the so-called black man, the so-called African American. And there are two things that are going on within our community right now, within this Western world at large, that lets me know that faith in the Father, Yahuwah, is all we have and the only chance we have at surviving the tribulation that is to come. You understand? And the China balloon gate lets you know what I'm saying, that one of the two things that my people believe in wholeheartedly is going to get them through these things, which is the United States government and especially the Democratic Party. The other thing is the Black Christian Church. And the two things that you see in the title of this video prove that both of those things ain't going to protect you against the tribulation that is to come. Now, first and foremost, let's get to the China spy balloon gate. You understand? Now, your haphazard, lackadaisical, incompetent government, to which most of your mainstream, I say, famous identities, or you know what I mean, your entertainers, your news stations, you know what I mean, your athletes like Steph Curry and all those people tricked you into going with Joe Biden versus going with Orange Man Bad versus going with Donald Trump. You understand? And that government that you were tricked into putting into power, you don't understand, which is also the government that's in power in majority of our cities. You understand? But that government that you was tricked into putting into power let a Chinese balloon fly all the way over the country before they could make a decision to shoot it down. You understand, Mr. Picard? Because more than likely, the government and the people that you have leading this country are probably sold out to the Chinese already. You know, that very well may have been a staged event to get you and get your mind used to the idea of having Chinese eyes in the sky and Chinese boots on the ground. Because I think if they were going to actually make a move on the armed United States public, that I don't think they would do it with our own military, with our own police. I think they'll find some kind of way to get the Chinese up in here, and we already being invaded. We are already being invaded from the southern border. You understand? The border wide open, the cartels running that. They done let 5 million people in here. They don't know who they are in the last 2 years. You understand, Mr. Picard? Ain't no telling what them people gonna blow up and terrorize and do whatever they gonna do to this country. You understand? Being broken down from the inside. The very people that are in charge looks to me like they're breaking this country down themselves. You understand? So if you got faith in your government and you thinking that just by voting somebody else into office is going to save your black behind from the coming tribulation, you are heavily mistaken. You understand? Because this balloon gate just exposed to the whole world that the people that we got in charge right now are weak, and these people bow to the Chinese Communist Party. You understand that, Mr. Picard? And then now you have also the Beyonce blasphemies. And it has been brought to my attention recently that you literally got people out there, so-called Christian people, so-called black Christian people, you understand, that support the blasphemies of Beyonce. What do I say, the blasphemies? This woman is openly promoting to you divine feminine worship and the worship of what the Bible calls the Queen of Heaven. You understand? Which was originally the wife of Nimrod, the sun god, who eventually, that was Babylon. And then from Babylon and went to Egypt, she became Isis. You understand? And then from there she went to the Greeks and became you have Isis, then you had Venus, You understand? And then you got and then by the time she got to the Romans, she was Diana or Iana. You understand, Miss Picard? You know, and then the Babylonians also knew her as Ishtar. You know what I mean? Ashtoreth is what she's called in the Bible. And this woman openly is getting you to go down the line of worshiping the Queen of Heaven with the beehive and all that. And then with the fact that you got the black Christian church out there supporting stuff like church girl twerking and all this demonic, blasphemous foolishness she's pumping into the minds of our women over here, making them no better than concubines, you know what I mean, as far as mentally and fit to be nobody's wife, with the poisoning that between the public food system, you know what I mean, the liberal agenda that they push on college campuses that make, and then combine that with the blasphemies of Beyonce, and you just got a whole formula for destruction of the black family. You understand? And the fact that the Christian church is out there supporting this mermaid worship, you know, idol that the mainstream entertainment industry is pushing down the throats of our people. You know what I mean? Let you know that you have nothing and no kind of spiritual defense for the coming tribulation when you dealing with a so-called black church that's going down that line with the worshiping of Beyonce. You see what I'm saying, Ms. Picard? So the Chinese spy balloon gate and the blasphemies of Beyonce, that's proof to you right in front of your face that all you have is the faith in the Father to be able to make it through and endure and escape the coming destruction. And what I mean by faith in the Father, that don't mean just sitting down praying and waiting on somebody to do something for you. That means getting out there and putting in the effort and the action to build up an ark. You understand? With you and your community, whoever the Most High has in your life, you know what I mean, that you're making a positive impact on, you know, that you all coming together and building an ark and the Most High blessing the work that you are doing. You understand? The power and the force and the unseen force that is behind all living things, you know what I mean, coming and helping and blessing what it is that you are building, like he blessed Noah. You know what I mean? When Noah built the ship, but the Most High Yah is the one who closed the door for Noah. You understand? You know, who the one who guided Noah through that, but it was Noah that built the ship. Okay? So we need to know and realize that, Miss Picard, that ain't no black church gonna save you from the coming destruction and tribulation that's coming with the divided states of America falling to his knees and being brought to his knees. And definitely that these politicians, and especially that Democratic Party, ain't gonna do nothing but lead you to the slaughterhouse like the Judas goats that they are, Miss Picard. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. And always remember to keep the fire burning. A little more oil in my lungs. Hallelujah, Miss Picard. Keep your eyes open. Stay prepared so you don't have to get prepared. And remember that your redemption is near, Miss Picard. Keep your eyes on the prize and focus on the Father. You understand? And pray for the return of his only begotten Son to bring about judgment upon this earth and return righteous rulership from his throne in Zion. Hallelujah. Until we meet again, Kumar Yasharel. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Raz, Yisrael, Shalom, Shalom, Salam, Mishpaka, Hallelujah.